Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show helps raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts, those who want more out of life, those who want to do more, those who want to be more, those who love the thrill, the joy, and the connection of what these high performance engines bring into our lives. Because holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good fucking person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Man, today we're going to be talking about gratitude. We're going to be talking about remembering the days when you wish for the things that you have today. Like, do you remember? Do you remember when you wished for, like, let's just say that car? Do you remember when you wished for that job that you have right now? Do you remember the days when you wished for that fucking house that you live in right now? Do you remember the days when you wished for that life that you once back then dreamed of leveling up to, right? Like, here's the thing. Like, you're living in parts of that dream today. So embrace it. And I mean it, because back then we would dream, oh, I can't wait till I have this. Oh, I can't wait till I have this. Oh, you're literally dreaming of the things you want. And then when you fucking get it, you look back, because the thing is that most of the time we fucking never look back, and we never really truly appreciate of how far we've come. We don't realize that we're literally dreaming the dream today of what we wished for back then, right? And I want you to think back to a time in your life when you were grinding for that career, when you were grinding for the home, when you were grinding to get the family ahead, when you were grinding to get the family that you have now, right? Let's reflect on that journey. Let's be grateful for how far we've come. Let's appreciate everything that we've had to overcome just to fucking get here. Right? It's all fucking worth it. It's all been a journey, right? I'm telling you this because gratitude and reflection are important in achieving sustained growth and fulfillment in your life, right? And what better day to do this than the day after Thanksgiving? And hopefully you did it yesterday, right? But if you didn't, then I'm going to help you be a little bit grateful for it today, right? Today is all about appreciating our progress while striving for new, bigger, and better goals, right? Let's dive into the power of perspective. Why do we forget? Right? I feel like it's quite simple why we forget. Modern life often pushes us to focus on what's next, right? Rather than really appreciate what's now. Like, I've gone through this multiple times, and I see all my friends around me, especially those who are chasing big things, who are making big moves, are like always after the next big thing and the next big thing. And it's just, maybe it's just hustle culture, that you're always fucking trying to grind and level up and level up. And so many of us, including me, and many times we forget to really embrace what's now, and to really appreciate, like, fuck, look how far we've come, right? For example, like, maybe you wanted a stable job years ago, right? And now you have it, but you're focused on that next promotion, on getting that next level, on climbing that next position, right? And don't get me wrong, I want you to get that next promotion. That's actually fucking what I want you to do, right? But what I don't want you to do is, I don't want you to forget to be grateful for the job that you have while you strive to achieve for that next promotion, right? Become self aware of the progress that you've made so far, and remain humble about it. Instead of not appreciating the moments, instead of trying to be some arrogant prick, like, stay humble while you fucking continue to grow into the next level of your life. It's the psychology of satisfaction, right? It's called the concept of hedonic adaptation. And I don't know if I said that right, but I was researching it, and it's hedonic, hedonic adaptation, hedonic adaptation. I think that's how it's spelled. So hedonic adaptation means that people get used to new things or really new achievements very quickly in their life. So what happens is they stop feeling as excited about those new things that we achieve over time, right? It's like when you upgrade, let's say, from a used car, right? And then you went from an old car and now you have a new car. Maybe you're even driving around your dream car, right? Like, at the beginning, you're all fucking excited about it. But after a few months go down the line, it's like, oh, it's just my daily driver. You just get in and you stop really enjoying it. You stop being grateful. You start really forgetting about how back then you used to fucking would kill to have that car, right? And so I want you to pause for a moment, and I want you to think about three things that you once dreamed of that are now part of your reality today. Like, think about it. What are 3 things that you once dreamed of? No matter how far back you gotta go, right? Let's put this into perspective for you. 3 things that you once dreamed of that right now, in the day that you're living right now, it's part of your reality, right? Pause me right now if you have to. Like, I'm not gonna go nowhere. I promise you that I'll be right here waiting for you when you hit play again. All right. So did you do it? So what are 3 things that you did that you realize really that you have now? They were once nothing but a dream to you, right? Did you wish for a strong marriage and now you have it? Did you wish for more time to pursue your passions and now you make multiple days throughout the week and non-negotiable for you to go enjoy your hobbies? Maybe what about that motorcycle you always wanted, right? Do you own it now? Don't skip on this exercise, man. And it doesn't have to be about things. It could be about experiences. It could be about life. It's really about putting perspective to appreciate how far we've gone, right? Stay committed to doing the fucking work. So don't skip this exercise, man. You see, when we do the fucking work, you create stories of achievement that you can be grateful for. But if you didn't do the fucking work, you're not going to have those stories of achievements to be grateful for. And it's all ties together. So what is your personal story, right? I'll share with you one of mine that I just recently had to work on reframing because I really I got caught up. I got caught up in my head. I got caught up in the situation about things being held back and not being where I really wanted to be, right? And it was frustrating me. It was stressing me out. It was putting me in a bad mood. It was literally like it was eliminating myself or outcasting myself from being appreciative of what I had in front of me, right? Like I've it's been frustrating, right? And I had to call myself on it because we really didn't come this far to only come this far. That's what it comes down to, right? We learn, we adapt, and we evolve from our experiences, right? But we must be willing to reflect in order to pull out the fucking lessons from those scenarios, right? And so the situation I'm talking about is I remember wishing for having a motor, a transmission, or a turbo kit for my Camaro. This is all I wanted this year. I was like, bro, this is the year I'm gonna get my car back. This is the year I'm gonna get my car back. You know, I'm gonna get a motor, I'm gonna get a transmission, I'm gonna get a turbo kit for my Camaro. Like it's gonna happen. December it would be 8 years since that car is not running. And I'm gonna fucking get it done, and I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna get it done. And then guess what? Now that I have it, I have to remind myself to feel proud of how far I've come instead of finding all the reasons to get fucking frustrated over it, right? And I say that because, like, originally, like several months back, once that deal came around and I fucking jumped on it, like I had said, man, I had planned to have my car running and firing up. I was like, man, I'm gonna fire it up this coming weekend and Thanksgiving weekend, that holiday weekend. I remember I posted a video on my social media and everything. Oh, I'm gonna make this happen. I'll make this happen. And I set a goal that once I got my hands on the motor, transmission, and turbo kit, that I was gonna fucking fire my car up Thanksgiving weekend. I was like, man, I'll have it ready by then. I'll have the car in my garage. I'll have the motor, transmission, turbo kit, fuel system, everything. Even if I can't drive it, I'm gonna fucking start that bitch that weekend, right? And my plans have shifted. Like, you know, and so it had me frustrated because I'm nowhere near where I wanted to be, but I'm fucking way further. The reality is that I'm way further from where I used to be, right? And life has just been busier than ever, but in a fucking good way. So I'm really appreciative of how things are going right now, right? You know, it's all about embracing the hardships that you go through and learn to really shift your perspective to see that even if you're going through hard times, it's all preparing you for what's coming in the future, right? And not having the spare time to really work on the car right now, that I have pretty much all the fucking parts to get it running, has had me in my feelings. I was like, man, fuck, how the fuck am I not getting this done? Right? But instead of focusing on that, I really just reminded myself of only just several months back when I didn't have a motor, when I didn't have a transmission, when I didn't have a turbo kit, when I was like, damn man, it's gonna be fucking another year that passes by and I don't have this shit. Right? Back then, that's all I wanted. That's all I fucking wanted was a motor, transmission, a turbo kit to fucking get my car back running, right? Now that I have them, it's all about making the time to get the shit done. Right? I gotta remind myself. Did I want to be where where I could have been this weekend, starting it up? Yes, that would have been fucking nice. But rather than getting frustrated, rather than that letting that shit sour up my life, rather than that getting me off emotionally unbalanced, I'm gonna fucking change my perspective about it. And I'm gonna remember that I'm fucking way farther along than I used to be. Even though I might not be where I want to be, still far along than I used to be. And that is a perspective shift that I needed to really fuel me to keep going, right? Right? So how about you? What is your perspective shift, right? Whether it's owning a home, whether it's starting a family, whether it's maybe achieving career stability that you didn't have before, or maybe it's driving that special car, right? Shit, maybe it's even sitting in just your garage that you always wanted. I remember I never had a garage before. When I moved into this house, it's like, fucking, I finally had my own garage, right? Know that it's not just the garage. It's proof of your fucking persistence to fucking dedication to hard work. So be grateful for everything that you have achieved thus far, my brother, right? Leverage gratitude so that you can create your future success. Like, use gratitude as a growth tool. Like, practicing gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It's really a strategy to keep you moving forward. Because when you acknowledge your wins, you really reinforce the mindset that made it all possible. It all started in your mind. Then you decided to take the action to make it happen. All right, so here are 3 quick daily actionable steps that you can follow to really embrace this gratitude that we're talking about, right? And so, first of all, is really to embrace daily gratitude practice. The only way to bring gratitude in your life is to actually practice gratitude, right? So, start or end with, I try to do it at the morning and at the night. And if I'm really having a shitty day, I try to pull myself out and through the middle of the day, really just try to focus on what I could be grateful for to shift my mood, shift my perspective, right? And just really just start listing 3 things every day. Even if you don't write them down, it would be nice if you write them down in your notes or in your journal or whatever. But what are 3 things that you could be thankful for, right? It doesn't have to be huge things. It could be small. Maybe you're fucking grateful that you have a house with AC. I know that might seem silly to some people, but I'll go to South America or go to third world country, and you see a lot of places don't even have fucking AC, right? So sometimes you just bring it even as small as that, right? Or that you have food, that you have water, that you have nutrition, right? A lot of people don't even have that in their life, right? So step 1 is practice daily gratitude. Number 2 is really use reverse visualization, right? And so you want to reflect from your journey, from really like your past, your perspective of your past self, right? So in other words, like, you want to put yourself back in the time when you wish for the things that you have now. And it doesn't have to be things. It could be experiences. It could be family. It could be things that you've leveled up in, right? So put yourself back in that perspective of back then, of when you were like, man, I can't wish till I have this. Man, I can't wish till I'm doing this. Man, I can't wish to. And now that you have it, give yourself that perspective shift. If you're able to do that on a daily basis, you'll be more grateful, you'll be more cheerful, you'll be more in tune with yourself, and you really just be able to fucking do more and be more, right? And so remember how it felt to want it, right? Remember how it felt to really like desire what you have, right? And then embrace it now because you have it. And then 3 is really to celebrate your small wins, right? Create rituals to honor your progress. And every time I talk about small wins, people are like, oh, that's funny. But it really makes a difference, because if you don't celebrate your small wins, you become very low energy style, and you just take them for granted. When if you instead celebrate, man, today I got this done. Or I could tell you, like, this past couple of weeks I've been leveling up in my training, and I keep getting better times with my swimming, especially with my swimming. I've been really leveling up my swimming. And every time I get a faster time, I'm like, fuck, yeah. And then before I wouldn't even celebrate it. Now I'm just like, yo, you know what? Today we're going to fucking celebrate. Fucking got a record pace today, right? And so it's just all about celebrating your small wins. And then what happens is when you celebrate them, you bring them to your mind, and you become self-aware of like what the progress that you're making and the level ups that are happening. And then you get more excited to keep going for the next one. And like, oh, next time I'll get even faster, right? And so what you want to do is you want to create rituals to honor your progress, right? Like, you can go celebrate like with your friends or with your family or with your wife or with your spouse or even by your fucking self when you achieve a milestone, right? Treat yourself to something nice, or go like treat yourself to. It doesn't have to be a toy or whatever. It could be maybe a nice food. I can tell you when I got that record swing, I went and I ordered myself some cookies because I've been fucking really focused on my diet. And I was like, you know what? Fucking today we hit it hard as fuck. And so I celebrate with some cookies, and then I got back to being strict with my routine. Or maybe you can even journal and reflect on that win that you just had, and just see what comes to mind. Really, like, put pen to paper and let your mind expand, right? Like, embrace that feeling of accomplishment and use it to build momentum for the next set of goals that you have. But you gotta be willing to do it, right? Remember that the things that you have today are the foundation for what's next. Dream bigger, but don't forget to enjoy the view along the way, my friend. It's kind of like it really is. It's kind of like building a car that you always dreamed of, right? Now that you built it, I put myself in this scenario with my Silverado because I've always dreamed about having, a daily V8 turbo, excuse me, a daily drivable V8 turbo car, especially like a truck that I can throw my bike in the back, that I can haul things around. Now that I have it, I'm like, it's so easy to forget about all the journey that I've came through, right? But now that I have it, I try to envision what's next for it. Even though I'm worked on the Camaro and I got my eyes on the next daily driver, but I try to keep gratitude about it, right? And so now that I built it, I think about ways that I can fine tune it, things that I can refine, things that I can still do to it, and what's the next iteration for it, right? Because every car guy knows that builds are never truly finished. Well, goals in life, in our body being balanced in business are the same, right? We're never truly finished. We're never truly level up to the face that we want. We're always going to keep going. We're always going to keep growing. We never stop dreaming. We never stop achieving. We never stop doing more and being more for the people that we love. We lead our families and elevate our status quo to fucking levels that we have yet to hit. We always keep leveling up. We never quit. We never stop improving ourselves. And we never stop becoming the best man and woman that we can be. We're fucking wide open warriors, and making them say, wow, those motherfuckers really have their shit together. It's exactly what we're here to do. All right, so I got a little excited there and I got a little fucking on fire because that's truly how I feel, man. Truly how I feel, right? But if you didn't do it earlier, right? Here's my taking you back to this moment. If you didn't do it earlier, I'm encouraging you, bro. Don't pass this up. Take 5 minutes today to really look back on your life. Write it down, at least one thing, man. At least one thing that you dreamed of having, doing, or becoming, and how you actually achieved it. Like, bring that perspective shift to your mind. And then share it with someone that's close to you. Share it with your spouse. Share it with your family. Share it with your brother. Share it with your best friend. Share it with someone. And then what happens is that when you share it, like, you really embrace more of those feelings and you start thinking about situations and scenarios back then where you're like, man, I was so fucking stressed and look who we are now. And you really just start being appreciative and you bring gratitude in your life and you're like, whew, this fucking journey's been great. It's been amazing. It's fucking been leveling up the whole way, right? And so share those feelings of accomplishment, because that's how we inspire others to do the same. Know that you are living proof of that persistence pays off, my friend. Keep moving forward while you appreciate what you've already built. And I'll leave you with this last line. You already hold the keys to your dreams you used to chase, right? So you used to chase dreams, and now you hold the keys to those, right? So my brother, my sister, keep driving toward that next fucking horizon. You have the keys in you. Let's fucking get it. Don't stop. Let's get to work. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. Join me on this journey while we empower people to do more and to be more. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and smash that button so you never miss another episode. And if you connected with today's message, if you resonated with today's message, if you really make you think about something back in the day where, man, you're like, fuck, I didn't think I would get over those days, and now look where I am, and it just touched you, and maybe you know someone who could touch, man, I ask for a favor. Please share this on your story, and make sure that you tag me at Wide Open Randy, because those are the actions that help more gearheads to see and hear about this podcast, and ultimately, that's how our community grows. I'll catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.